For this video on the MTG seal, we're going to be starting with the Magic the Gathering's next set of cards from Hour of Devastation. This weekend I hit up a midnight pre-release of the new set. So we'll go over the deck that I built, the cards that I got, and what you get at your pre-release. This little box told everything, and inside you get your packs filled with your cards. This Amonkhet spin down, or not Amonkhet, Hour of Devastation spin down life counter, which I really like this one. It's a pretty cool improvement. You do get a foil promo, either rare or mythic. For mine it was Solemnity, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, so I put it in just a protector case so it stays good. So yeah, we'll go over what this has in store. For my deck, I actually for the first time went with 3 colors. I went with Jund, which is black, red, and green. So we'll go over some of the cards. Basically, black was pretty strong, and then I liked a lot of my red, and there were a couple of green ones I wanted to splash in, like Ambuscade is an excellent removal. Gives you a little buff and should get rid of a creature. If it doesn't, you're probably using it wrong. So I went with that. Where I went to, this was actually a new store for me. I'd never gone there to play before, and they did 5 rounds and then just did prizes to the top couple players. I didn't win any booster packs, unfortunately. I won 2, lost 2, and tied 1. It was the first time that I've actually ever tied a match, but it went so slow, and we took up the 5 turns once time was called. If you're not familiar with how it works, you get a certain amount of time, usually like 50 minutes to an hour, and the judge will call time, and once time is called, you get 5 turns after whoever's taking their turn is finished to complete the game. And if you don't complete it by then, it's just a tie. So ours was tied with, I won 1, my opponent won 1, and I had more life, but that doesn't really matter. It's just the fact that no one won the 3rd game. So that is the end of my deck. I'll go over the rares and mythics I had in it. Some of you may have seen Samet in there. Yep. One of the new planeswalkers for this set. It's not a strong card, but in limited play it can definitely help you out a lot. Honestly, I think most people saw it as a bigger threat than it was, so it just helped me. With the double strike is its +1 and its -2 is like a lightning fork sort of deal. Deals 2 damage split amongst 1 or 2 creatures. Another rare that I had in my deck was Wildfire Eternal, which I think people were more threatened by it than they should have been. So most people blocked it when really they could have taken 1 damage and hoped that I didn't cast a spell. Because if you're not familiar with this card, if it isn't blocked, then I can cast an instant or sorcery from my hand without paying the mana cost, which can definitely be brutal, but at the same time, this was done mostly late in the game, so they shouldn't have feared whatever I had to cast in my hand. Yeah, you guys got to see the other cards I had, and that's it for rares. It really, I was afraid I was going to get hurt with my mana, and it really wasn't an issue. A couple times I needed another, maybe like green mana or something. Here's the rolls insert you get. I actually didn't read through this at all, so I'm not sure. There's not much to it. You also do get the 5 hours, like last time they had the trials, where if you complete this stuff, I think you get like a 4-sided die. I can't remember for sure. I'll go through the other cards so you guys can check them out. We just got tokens here, lands, a couple more tokens and lands, and then we'll go with what I pulled. I'll just highlight the rares, but go through everything so you can check out what all there was. It was a fun game. It was a fun store though. I had to travel about 40 minutes to get there, but with how my weekend was, I wasn't going to make it to another pre-release, and so I went to a midnight one, and it was pretty exhausting by the end, and you don't play right because you're just exhausted and not doing what you know you should be. But it's fun. So here's first where I didn't play. Ramanap Excavator. Most of you are probably familiar with all the cards in this set, but if not, I'll read them out to you. This one's 3 mana for 2/3. You may play land cards from your graveyard. And this is definitely going to see some play, I think. There's a lot of ways to get lands in your graveyard, and to pull them out will be huge. I mean, anytime you can play cards from your graveyard, it's a definite plus. And I think that's just going to definitely see standard. It might go in modern. I could see it going in modern. Definitely some commander decks as well. Another one I pulled was Hour of Eternity. XX and three islands to exile X target creatures from your graveyard. And for each one exiled, create a token that's a copy of that creature card, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. So it's eternalizing anything you want, basically. So yeah, as I said before, I didn't win any prize packs, unfortunately, but they did have a decent prize pool where I went to, so it's kind of cool. I stuck around to the end of it, and they did hand out, oh sorry, I guess I'll highlight this rare, Dusk to Dawn. This one's from Amonkhet. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, and then Dawn's the Aftermath, and return all creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. I thought Dusk was power 3 or less, so that's actually, I'd say, better, especially if you're running something small like a White Weenie sort of deck. Did get another Mythic, which is surprising, out of 6 packs to pull 2 Mythics. Angel Sanctions, 5 mana for a 3/4 flying. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Angel Sanctions leaves the battlefield, and you can embalm it for 6 mana, so you can bring it right back the next turn, basically, as long as you get a land drop. I was considering white-blue for my deck, but decided against it. I just was afraid there'd be a decent amount of control, but not much to go with it. For sticking through the whole thing, they handed out these standard showdown packs, which I'd never seen before. But I opened it up, and it's pretty cool. You get, well, I don't know what you get in all of them. What I got was Bomat Courier from Kaladesh, Scatter to the Winds from Battle for Zendikar, full art land, a foil full art land, and then since I was within the top area of getting a prize pack, they hand out to the next 4 spots the Either Hub foil promo. I think it's like a Friday Night Magic sort of promo, but the art on it is amazing, and it's definitely something I'll hang on to. May even use it in deck just because this land is great. You drop it, you can use it for whatever color you need right away, as long as you can. As long as someone doesn't have Solemnity keeping you from getting your counters, basically. So yeah, it was a fun store. I'll definitely play there again. I'm thinking about going there this weekend for the opening weekend draft. But in the meantime, I was able to pick up the Planeswalker decks from Amonkhet. So in the next video, we'll open up Nissa's and Nicol Bolas's Planeswalker decks, see what cards are inside, get them sleeved up, play them against each other, and probably open up the booster packs that are inside just to have a little bit more excitement in the video. So yeah, Hour of Devastation was a lot of fun. It's a little bit slower than Amonkhet is going to be, I have a feeling, as far as limited play goes, but there's a lot of fun cards in there. It's pretty cool, and when you draft, you're going to get an Amonkhet pack anyways, most of you know. So you get cards you're familiar with, and which may be a little bit faster. We'll see how draft turns out to be with it, though. So yeah, next video I'll open up these 2 sealed items and go from there. So yeah, excited to get started on a new set of cards and new Planeswalker decks, new everything. Thanks for tuning in.